Hi and welcome to the show. My first guest today is the President and CEO of the Synergos Institute, a global non-profit organization that helps solve the complex problems of poverty and inequality. He's accompanied by the Vice President of Programs at Synergos. The White House must have been an amazing period in your life. This was during the Carter administration.
Yes.
What were some of the anecdotes or story from those days?
I had the wonderful opportunity to travel with the president, to be with him at all times. You know, it's funny when you ask about recollections, the first one that comes to mind was the time when I was most uncomfortable and made a mistake. And it was the first trip that I had taken with him, and I was very nervous. And during the course of a day, stops in 3 different American cities, a briefing book that was about 100 pages, as he walked into one event for important supporters, I gave him the wrong name for one of the people he was going to meet. And so he warmly embraced this gentleman and called him by the wrong name. After the event, we were on the presidential plane flying back to the White House, and the president walked back to where I was sitting, and he said, "You know, Bob, you introduced me to Mr. X, but you told me his name was Mr. Y." And I said, "Mr. President, I feel just horrible about that. It will never happen again." And he looked me in the eye and said, "You're right." And he turned around and walked away. And when I got back, his chief of staff said, "How did it go? How did it go?" And I said, "I'm not sure I have a job anymore." You know?
The passion for what you do, where does that stem from? Both of you could have made a lot of money in the private sector.
The kind of work that Synergos does, which is about bringing different sectors, different multiple leaders together and problem-solving complex situations. I get very excited by that because you're not looking at just a simple innovation. The problem's very complex, it requires different, the diversity that you bring together is critical. So I enjoy doing that, and I think that has grown from living in a complex society with different sort of populations, coming from a dysfunctional family, and then recognizing you could do more. It also keeps you alive, realizing that you are creating meaning in your own life and in others.
Nice, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so
Wow,
much.
it was wonderful.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
It was really, really wonderful.
It was great.
I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.